So, it's a burning 35 degrees outside and I'm sick, so the perfect conditions to play some Pro Cycling Manager. And actually, today's a pretty special episode of our career mode. La Vuelta a España, our first Grand Tour, is here. And actually, this is my first time playing through the 2025 parcours of La Vuelta on Pro Cycling Manager, so I'm quite excited. But I have to say, it is kinda weird that La Vuelta, the Tour of Spain, is starting in Italy, with basically a flat sprint. Honestly, it's kind of a typical Vuelta parcours with lots of climbing, lots of steep climbing. On stage 13, the Angli route, 12 kilometers, 10.1%, up to 19.6%. And on stage 20, the Bola del Mundo, 13 kilometers at 8%, also steep at the end. Honestly, I can't wait to get started. Not exactly a surprise, but Ivan Romeo is here. El Capitan is back. But I don't think I'll be going for GC. I think KOM and stage victories is my goal. And hopefully Mateusz Govikar can also help when it comes to those stage victories because he's our sprinter. Honestly, the rest of the squad is kind of in support of those two riders. Anyway, on to the first stage then, a sprint stage, and I gotta say, the sprinting field here is not exactly crazy. Not a single top sprinter at the start line. But Govikar is still a lot worse than Mes Pedersen and so forth, so this won't be easy. Okay, the riders are on the start line. The race is about to begin with a +2 on Mateusz Govikar, so that is absolute perfection. I think it's not exactly realistic for a team like Sirocco for Endurance to show up to La Vuelta and have a sprint train battling it out with the World Tour teams. So instead, I'll take Govikar and maybe one rider to guide him in the final, and I'll try and surf from wheel to wheel and hope I can launch my sprint from a different sprinter's wheel. Anyway, that's my plan. I hope it works. By the way, GC-wise, a pretty stacked Vuelta. Tadej Pogacar and Jonas Vingegaard are both here, so this will be fun. But hey, GC action to the side, we gotta talk about the sprint trains because Govikar is at the front of the peloton, Frale is positioning him, and I'll try and look for a sprint train to follow. I should go into the wheel of Pedersen, to be honest, with Govikar, so let's try and do so right now, and I'll keep Frale with Govikar just in case he needs him later. Come on, last 5 kilometers in the wheel of Mes Pedersen, a solid lead out, but two other teams with a better lead out, so I'm a little bit scared that Pedersen might not be the right wheel. Where is he? There he is. Pedersen, why are you not following your lead out? Pedersen, what are you doing? And now we can't follow him. Stay in the wheel of Pedersen, stay in the wheel of Pedersen. We're kind of losing the wheel here to Zangler, but we've got it back. Last 1.7 kilometers. I'll launch right now from the wheel. Govikar on the left side. Oh, not that great. Maybe, podium. It's possible. It's going to be a top 5, top 6 maybe, but Mes Pedersen is the winner of stage 1. A 6th place for Govikar, so not exactly a disaster, but I'm not sure how to feel about this. So yeah, Mes Pedersen is the first red jersey of La Vuelta. And like 6th place is solid for Govikar in these sprints, but I was hoping for a top 5, so finishing 6th is a little disappointing. Okay, wow, stage 2 is a bit of a weird one. Basically mostly flat for the entire parcours, but a climb at the finish line that just gradually ramps up. So yeah, let's try to beat Tadej Pogacar with Ivan Romeo. Okay, wow, my team has a fantastic day, +2 on Romeo, so 79 medium mountain, and my domestiques, Frale, Okamika, fantastic days as well. I was considering joining the breakaway, but on a stage like this, they simply don't have a chance. The peloton is chasing them down and fast. Okay, whatever I just said, scrap all of that. The breakaway is now 5 minutes ahead of the peloton with 18 kilometers to go, and quite a few riders decided to try to bridge towards the breakaway. I thought, okay, these guys will never make it. I was wrong. Okay, the break is on the final climb now, 9.1 kilometers at 5.4%. The last part is the steepest, but they are cracking one by one, so the peloton might still be able to win this one. 2 minutes 30, it's gonna be really close. Last 3 kilometers moves on the left side of the road. Oh la 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 la. Jonas Vingegaard and Skjelmose are going for it, and Pogacar is sitting in the peloton, actually pacing in the peloton. Frale right now is looking still good, so let's do 94, 93 with Frale. We've got Romeo in the wheel, 95 maybe. Come on, guys, come on, guys, come on, guys. Keep on going, keep on going. Jonas is getting caught, so Skjelmose is dropping Jonas, but the front of the race, the breakaway riders are about to be caught. Ivan Romeo is looking okay right now. Ivan Romeo tries to move forward to the wheel of Tadej Pogacar. Come on, Ivan, try to sprint now. Oh! We're gonna finish second in the wheel of Tadej Pogacar on Limone Piemonte. That's a weird name for a climb, but that does not matter. What a stage of Romeo. El Capitan almost beat Tadej Pogacar. Anyway, Tadej Pogacar steps on the podium and takes up the red jersey of La Vuelta. He's the new leader of the race. Honestly, second place for Romeo on this stage is really good. Anyway, two pretty solid stages so far. Now, stage 3 is where we do have to make a decision. Does Ivan Romeo go for KOM and lose time on purpose, or go for GC? Basically, if I want to go in the breakaway to get KOM points on stage 4, I have to lose time on stage 3 on purpose. Okay, I think I've made a decision. I will try to lose about 3-4 minutes with Romeo on the stage on purpose to be able to go in the breakaway on the next stage to get KOM points, and if I'm close to the top 10 of GC by the end of this race because of my breakaway activities, then I might try and backdoor top 10 in GC by the end of the race, but that's not my focus now. My focus now is KOM. Next to that, I also want to go for the stage win on stage 3 with Mateusz KICKR. But Tadej Pogačar is the favorite, so this won't be easy. Oh la la, once again a pretty great day for our team. +2s and +3s everywhere. KICKR with a +1, so that's 77 hill stat, 74 sprint, so that should be enough to compete. But I want to do more than compete. I think we can win this. So I was planning to lose time on purpose with Romeo in this stage, but looks like I won't have to because our man is caught behind the split, 3 minutes behind the actual peloton, so that's exactly what I wanted in the last 10 kilometers of the stage, and it's basically falls flat uphill until the finish line, so positioning will be key now, an uphill sprint, it fits KICKR, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. Last 4.5 kilometers we have Pogačar in our wheel, but the Bora train on the right. Belocchi can take over on 95, not 99. Mintegi out of the way. That's a gap, that's a gap, that's a gap. They're riding away. I don't want that, but I don't want to spend any red bar on KICKR either. Last 2.5 kilometers. Come on. Close it down, close it down, close it down. Frale, get ready to go 99 right now. Come on, come on, come on. Let's launch right now. KICKR in the wheel. Can we catch them? Can we catch them? I don't think we will. KICKR launches, but I think it's too late. I think Van Dijk is going to win here, which... that is disappointing. Their lead out was just so much better. KICKR gets a podium, and actually, Pogačar is on a gap here, but that's not too relevant. Now, I probably should have focused on Romeo a little bit better because I wanted to lose 3 minutes, and he's gonna finish on 6 minutes and a half, so not exactly perfect either, but I guess he's losing time, so we'll definitely be able to get in the breakaway tomorrow. That is our second podium in this race, so a pretty solid runway, but I'm a little bit disappointed that I didn't win this one because I reckon it was really possible. And actually, Matteo Sobrero takes the red jersey away from Tadej Pogačar, but that won't last too long. Anyway, most importantly, Ivan Romeo lost 6 minutes and 44 seconds, so it's breakaway time. So a third cat, second cat, and fast cat climb, so 18 points available for Romeo. But also, the stage is set to be a versatile sprint, so Mateusz KICKR, this might be your moment. Oh no, 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 riders are starting to attack, but Romeo is boxed in at the moment, so he's not getting in the break at the moment. I've got Okamica at the front of the peloton pacing to make sure this breakaway doesn't get too far. Romeo getting to the front, and maybe I can attack with both riders once I get to the front. There we go, on the first climb on the right side of the road, the duo attack of Okamica and Romeo. 85 pacing, Romeo in the wheel of Okamica, and now let's get to the front. In the peloton, they are pacing after us, but we've got 2 Karen Pharma riders in our wheel. The gap to the front is 25 seconds, and it's closing down, so we can fight for the points here in a second. Come on, Okamica, keep on pacing. Last kilometer, can I outsprint them? That is the question. I'm going too early, I think. I think I'm going too early. Way too early. Romeo, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. And there we go. My first 3 points of the day with Romeo. On to the Col de Montgenèvre, the second climb of the day. 8.5 kilometers at 6%. And the break has 7 minutes and 40 seconds, so a solid gap. Come on, last kilometer right now. We'll launch right now on the right side of the road. I'm going too slow, I'm going too slow. Last minute maneuver on the right side of the road. I don't think I got much there. I don't think I got anything. Actually, Romeo got 1 point. On to the third and last climb now, the Col du Lotharin, 9.4 kilometers at 5.3%. Romeo pacing, Okamica trying to survive. Because, well, if I can get him over this climb, then he can pace the valley afterwards. And maybe then the breakaway might have a chance. Last kilometer incoming. Come on, come on, come on. I'll launch right now. Let's do on halfway the bar. There we go. 99. Come past, come past, come past. Perfection. 10 points for Romeo, and now we gotta get Okamica back to the front, but we've got 17 points now for KOM, so Romeo is cooking. After those 3 climbs, still 100 kilometers in the stage, and the gap to the peloton is only 6 minutes, so I don't think we're gonna make it. Come on, boys, keep on fighting. 26 kilometers, 1 minute 40. Okamica, you're going 87 right now. Romeo has energy left, so I feel like something is possible, maybe? A fantastic day of work, but Ander Okamica is done for with 22 kilometers to go. It's all down to Romeo because the rest of the breakaway riders are suffering in his wheel. Gap is a minute 40. Not a single rider in this breakaway has energy to take over, and because of that, it's all down to Romeo's energy, which it's depleting so quickly. This is not gonna happen. I'm focusing on the peloton. KICKR is ready. Last 6 kilometers, the climbing towards the finish is starting right here, and the breakaway is about to be caught. I'm in the wheel of Van Dijk, who's doing the pacing. Romeo is gonna bury himself trying to make this happen, but it simply is not gonna work. Still 5 kilometers to go, and the gap is 15 seconds, and there goes Sobrero attacking in the red jersey, or actually, I think pacing for his team. Wait, no. Someone's actually attacking. It was an attack. We've got Vlasov attacking, and now I have to solve it. Last 3 kilometers, I did not expect that. Right is ready. I'm gonna cook these frauds. I am gonna cook these frauds. Last 2 kilometers incoming. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Launch right now, buddy. Launch right now. KICKR in the wheel. Is Vlasov gonna win? Vlasov can't win this. Vlasov won't win this. KICKR on the right. Come on, KICKR. Last 200 meters. Come on, KICKR. Yes, indeed. Mateusz KICKR wins the stage. Yes, we got a stage win at La Vuelta, and I gotta say, that was a fun stage from start to finish. Oh la 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 la, Mateusz KICKR on the podium of La Vuelta, winning a stage on day 4 only, so a second stage does not sound impossible, to be honest. And of course, Ivan Romeo in the polka dot jersey with 17 points, so fantastic start to La Vuelta. Oh, Mateusz KICKR on the podium for the points classification? I'm not complaining about that. I did not see that coming. I feel like Paul Wright for KICKR was the only lead-out train in the final few kilometers, and as a consequence, I win quite easily. But as we say in Belgium, we will not look a gift horse in the mouth. I'll happily take that victory. Yes. Anyway, celebrations to the side, time for stage 5, which is a 22-kilometer flat time trial. Tadej Pogačar is the favorite, but my man Ivan Romeo is 7th favorite. If our man has solid daily form, we might be able to compete. Ay, 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 starting off with a -1 on Romeo, so that is far from ideal. Starting off on 85 effort. Come on, Romeo, bring this home. First time check in 3, 2, 1. First by 13 seconds on Guernalec, but that's not exactly the best time trial list, so I don't know what that means. I really feel like we've got a chance. Second time check now, come on. 32 seconds on Guernalec. I still don't know what that means. Passing Gianni Moscon and a Kern Pharma rider Sosa in the last 2 kilometers of the time trial. Last 800 meters, come on. I ran out of energy. I ran out of energy. Did I bottle it? I think I bottled it. Ay, 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 ay. Only winning by 30 seconds on Guernalec. I'm saying winning, but we haven't won yet. I am so annoyed at myself. I bottled it completely in the final kilometer. Actually, Tadej Pogačar is on the road and not a single different rider has beaten me. So Pogačar is the only rider that can beat me in this time trial. Let's take a look at his first time check. Come on, come on, come on. Oh la 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 la. He is 10th. Wait. Can Ivan Romeo win this time trial? To my utter surprise, the answer is yes. Ivan Romeo won the time trial. Pogačar is 8th on 30 seconds. And that was far from a perfect time trial. Honestly, I can't believe this happened. What a win. But Matteo Sobrero is gone, so Tadej Pogačar is back in red. Anyway, that's our second stage win at La Vuelta. Amazing. Actually, I just realized if Romeo didn't lose more than 6 minutes and a half on that stage 3, he would be in the red jersey right now. Anyway, we can't do anything about it now, so let's go to the next stage. Honestly, being in the lead of KOM makes going for KOM quite a bit easier because we start at the front of the peloton with both Romeo and KICKR, so there goes the breakaway. Mr. KICKR is struggling, but we do have a new companion. Harry Sweeney is in the breakaway now, a worse climber. Okay, time for a 1v1. Last 1.5 kilometers, Romeo going to the front, now attacking on the right side of the road. I don't think Sweeney has much, so I think we've got this. Yes, indeed. The corners are also helping. There goes Romeo over the line. 3 more points. Now on 20 points in total. Looks like one more man is joining us. Donenwirth, so a 3-man breakaway. And the peloton is not exactly chasing, so we've got the break of the day. But sadly, only 3 riders, so this breakaway is not making it. Slowly but surely coming to the top of this second climb. 10 points available on top, so I want to win that one. Last kilometer incoming, taking it from the front, so not the smartest idea, but I'm going anyway. Now all out with 600 meters to go. We are at the front, Sweeney on the left, but Romeo takes it with utter ease. There we go. Okay, 96 kilometers to go, and the gap to the breakaway is 10 minutes and 20 seconds, so am I starting to dream? Can this breakaway make it? Okay, 77 kilometers to go. The gap is 11 minutes and 40 seconds. I am starting to dream. Oh my god, I can't believe it. There's an intermediate sprint and Sweeney is going for it. You need all the energy you can get, bro, to get our breakaway to the finish line. Wow, we're gonna be fighting for a breakaway victory with Ivan Romeo on stage 6 of this Vuelta. That is amazing. 9 minutes with 30 kilometers to go and 2 climbs left, so I don't think even Pogacar can catch us. And I have to say, looking at the stats of Donenwirth and Sweeney, our chances are rather big to win today. We are simply a far better climber. Okay, time for the second last climb, the Alto de la Comea, 4.2 kilometers at 8.5%. These boys are pacing, I'm staying in the wheel. There we go, they take the points, but I'm doing my own tempo. I want to get over this climb and focus on the stage win. Losing a bit of time in the descent, but I'm recovering so much energy, so I think it's worth it. The gap is 30 seconds at the foot of the final climb. Now it's time, it's game time. And actually, we've caught them like half a kilometer into the climb, so that is perfection. 9 minutes and a half on the peloton, so let's try and beat these boys and take another stage win. Entering the last 9 kilometers right now, I'm pacing 67. I can't pace too much more, maybe I'll do 70 to put a little bit of pressure. I don't want to ride to the finish line with them in my wheels, so I'm upping the tempo to 75. I want to drop these guys. Come on, Romeo, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. We need to drop these guys, and my energy is not looking that fantastic either, so am I gonna win this one? It's not looking that fantastic. Oh, Donenwirth is gone, and we're getting attacked right now in the last 1.5 kilometers by Harry Sweeney. Our energy is so tiny. Come on, we gotta pass Sweeney. Looks like he overextended. What a mistake by the man. Ivan Romeo drops Sweeney in the last kilometer on pole with 4 minutes on Pogacar. He just caught up 5 minutes on a single climb, but it does not matter because Ivan Romeo is gonna win on pole. Actually, Ivan Romeo takes the victory. What a wonderful stage win from the breakaway. That is glorious. Wow, that is the second stage win for Romeo and the third stage win in 6 stages for Sirocco for Endurance. That is insane. Actually, Harry Sweeney is the new red jersey at La Vuelta. I did not expect that. Pogacar, you're in trouble, buddy. I will confess, with Romeo in that breakaway, I should probably win by more than 6 seconds, but a stage win is a stage win. And also a great stage for KOM. Now 41 points for Romeo with a 24-point lead on Sweeney. And actually, Govikar loses the green jersey to Romeo, his teammate. Oh my god, our team is absolutely cooking. But today's video is not over yet. Time for stage 7, another mountain stage. Tadej Pogacar is once again the favorite, but I think my plan is simple. I think I'll go in the breakaway again. Ivan Romeo, El Capitan, can he do it again? Let's find out. Okay, looks like a bit of a weather change in Spain. Rainy conditions today. Fincht and Romeo start at the front, so same strategy as always. Into the breakaway from the get-go. We've got Donenwirth in the wheel, so 3 riders in the break. We're not exactly getting away though, because in the peloton, quite a few teams are pacing. They missed the breakaway and they want to be in. On the climb now, Donenwirth has dropped. We've got Albert Torres who tried to bridge but failed. We have Finch dropping off the wheel of Romeo, but we've got a new companion, Godson Martin. But hey, Romeo's a far better climber. Almost done with the first climb, and Martin has been dropped by Romeo, so that is pretty good for these points. There we go, full points for Romeo, 10 points once again, but now I will wait on Martin because I need him for the valley. There we go, the boys are back together, 7 minutes on the peloton, so I don't know, the gap is proper, but I don't really believe in a 2-man breakaway. In the last kilometer of the second climb, I was hoping Martin would not sprint for it, but he is. That's a bummer because, never mind. I think he still gets the points. I think I lost that sprint because I wasn't expecting him to go for it. Actually, no, we got the 5 points. I didn't expect that. Anyway, in the last 50 kilometers, second last climb has begun, so I want those KOM points, but the gap to the peloton is only 4 minutes, so I don't see this break making it. Here we go, last kilometer. I'm going right now on the right side of the road, going full right now. Martin on the left, Romeo on the right. Come on, Romeo, come on, Romeo. We lost that sprint. I can't believe it. He destroyed us. That being said, a massive 59 points for Romeo now in KOM, so we're doing a fantastic job. In the last 20 kilometers, the peloton is absolutely flying. Visma and UAE are both pacing behind the myth, the man, the legend, Romeo in the breakaway, but the gap is 2 minutes, so I fear for Romeo, it's over here. Yeah, 8 kilometers to go and Ivan Romeo has been called by the peloton. Our day is basically over. Looks like the stage win will be Pogacar or Skjelmose. Let's take a look. Skjelmose starts sprinting Pogacar as well, but Tadej Pogacar wins on the Sedelair climb. I don't know how to pronounce it, but he's the winner. Meanwhile, our man is slowly trucking to the top of this mountain. Oh wow, Harry Sweeney is still in the red jersey by a single second on Tadej Pogacar after 7 stages. That's pretty cool. But most importantly, Ivan Romeo with 59 points, Sweeney second on 17 points, so KOM is ours for now. And actually, Romeo is still in the lead of green as well by 19 points on Pogacar, so I'll take it. To be honest, when Romeo in the breakaway gets caught, we just don't have a backup, so we can't fight for the stage win anymore when Romeo gets caught. But we got everything we wanted out of this stage. Basically, extending our lead in KOM, and that's perfect. Wait. Stef Kras from Total Energie won the Tour de France? How is that possible? Turns out, on stage 5, a 31-kilometer time trial, Tadej Pogacar lost 4 minutes for the second time. How is that possible? Like, after stage 10, João Almeida is leading the race ahead of Jonas Vingegaard and Remco Evenepoel, and Stef Kras is on 5 minutes 39. But on stage 20, a random break stage, Stef Kras goes into the breakaway and takes minutes on the GC riders, but he's still second by 3 minutes 26. How did João Almeida lose 3 minutes 26 on the Champs-Élysées? Oh my god, he crashed out on the final day of the Tour de France. And because of that, Stef Kras has won the Tour de France. That is just ridiculous. Easily the craziest Grand Tour I've ever seen. Anyway, 7 stages into our first Grand Tour with Sirocco for Endurance, and it's going pretty good. We started off with a few podium spots on stages, but then we started winning and winning and winning. 3 stages in a row. But most importantly, comfortably in the lead of KOM after 7 stages. That is what I wanted. Obviously, not exactly doing that well in GC, 44th on 9 minutes 28, but maybe by the end of this race we can move up in GC because of breakaways and do a bit of a Stef Kras. Because, well, there's a lot of good stages to come in this Vuelta. I do think the more well-known climbs like Angliru and Bola del Mundo, those will most likely go to the GC riders. But stages like this one, stage 16, could go to the breakaway, and that's where I want to strike. Anyway, all of that is for next time. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.